Well, I was trying to say right before the show was canceled, I was going to say, fuck it, we'll do it live. We'll fucking do it live. We'll do it live.
We're doing it live now. I just recorded, so we're good. We're fucking...
Is this live, though? Because this is being taped. And
fuck it, we'll do it live, Justine.
It's live to me right now. In my lived experience.
Live. This is,
as an Italian ex-man.
It's just about 12:01 p.m. Eastern... whatever Eastern time on Monday, the 11th. We are live.
True. Your favorite podcast is getting Bill pilled. We're O'Reilly maxing.
Yeah, we're O'Reilly maxing.
We're Fox sold.
What a guy he is, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Remember when he was like the worst guy? Remember that? Remember the good old days where he was the worst guy?
Salad days of Bill O'Reilly being the bad guy.
Couldn't get any worse than Bill O'Reilly.
No.
He's still alive.
He's still alive.
A lot worse people. I understand.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
I was like, he's still bad, right? Like, did something happen to redeem him that I missed?
Oh, no. It's gotten worse, but yeah.
Yes.
You know, you got like Tucker Carlson, which is like, oh shit, dude. Okay, well, you can
he's been around the whole time.
Well, yeah, but he wasn't like the guy.
I just had to have this conversation with someone recently. Was that Tucker Carlson didn't just like spring up out of the ether? He had that terrible show Crossfire.
He did, yeah.
And it sucked so bad.
So I didn't realize he was ever a host of Crossfire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because that started out. That was Chris Matthews, right? And then it.
I think that was the other guy.
His own type of awful guy.
What was the Weasley snake liberal they had on that was like the guy that you're supposed to hate? But he was like, what the hell was his name? He had no career after it.
Greg, let's call him Greg.
I can see his snake face in my mind.
I can see his stupid. Yeah, I can see his stupid face. I can hear his like weird little voice because he had like I
love Fox News's approach of like
wear a bow tie though.
No, he didn't. Because they were like, hey, get the most unlikable liberal you can, which is easy to do. But find he's repugnant to look at, to behold. Get that one and put him on TV.
Well, I think this is a great point to launch right into. I mean, speaking of guys, should we touch on this wheel of guys? I mean, this feels like a huge potential for the show. I mean, we got to get right into this. The wheel of guys is not to be confused with the wheel of time, which Justine has been deeply inundated into that world. This is quite different.
Yeah. Where's Bill O'Reilly on this wheel? That's what I want to know.
I think he's daddy, gay bi, I think.
Daddy, what?
I was going bro trad TED Talk guy.
Okay,
yeah, that tracks.
Like he enjoys TED Talks, right? Like the ones that sort of affirm his life views.
For the people listening to this podcast, what we're looking at is like a giant wheel that looks like it's like a colored wheel in fourths, and at the center there's dad, bro, nerd, and hipster, and then from there it branches out into all types of guys, of sub guys, and then from there the outer portion is a sub guy.
Oh, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Which is also a type of guy, really.
Yeah. So like, let's each take a quadrant. I'll
take the one that I am. So I'll go with. Am I hipster or nerd? I'm definitely not a bro.
I was gonna call you a hipster because that one has Brooklyn in it.
Okay, that one does have Brooklyn in it. Okay.
I can take bro, I think, maybe, or Ashley can take bro. I think we both have the same level of familiarity with bros.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you're both pretty bro-y too.
I don't have the Wheel of Guys. Where is the Wheel of Guys?
On the show notes.
It's in the notes.
Oh, okay.
I had to zoom in. So,
of course, the show notes, the place where things usually are.
Willa, do you want to take Dad?
Sure.
Do you want to take the Dad quadrant? Ashley, take bro. I'll take nerd. Matt, take hipster.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
We're all
down for that.
Sounds great.
All right. Matt, you want to kick us off with the hipster quadrant?
I'll kick us off. This is the lower right quadrant, and the types of hipster that there are, according to this wheel, are there's a music hipster, East Coast hipster, and West Coast hipster. Which I don't like this quadrant too much because it doesn't. It feels like both the East Coast and West Coast hipsters are going to revolve, or at least have incorporated significantly into their identities some type of music or some series of subgenres or popular music or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. But then from there, from music, it branches off into two, and that is vinyl and mixtapes. Which, okay, yeah, there's two different types of dudes that are into physically collecting music, and it's definitely those two.
Yeah. Yeah.
From there's East Coast, and there's Brooklyn, and I'm not a hipster.
So there's a subgenre of hipsters that claims they're not hipsters. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, but the thing about hipsters of those is that nobody is a hipster, right? Like nobody says they're a hipster. Anybody more hip than you is a hipster, right? It's that's what it is. You're like, well, I'm not the hipster. That guy's a hipster. He's got a man bun and a beard. I just have a man.
As soon as someone says you probably haven't heard of this, whatever, then that's the hipster, right? I mean, but then they're also like, I'm not a hipster. I'm just, And
also, like, about
it before
I do think the I'm not hipster subgenre, like they were filling space with that one and like couldn't think of something else. Yeah, but for East Coast hipsters, I feel like there's got to be something other than Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, this is
like
stupid.
What about like Vice?
Yes.
Well, no, Vice falls under Brooklyn.
Vice definitely falls under Brooklyn.
There's a Portland, Maine hipster to be discussed. I think probably
that's true. Yeah, there's also a Portland, Oregon
Pat
hipster.
The Bunny
probably
used to live up there. Does that count?
Well, does Pat the Bunny count as a hipster? Isn't he just like a traveling hobo?
Well,
no, but there is traveling hobo hipsters. That is a
okay. Yeah,
definitely. I think Willow feels like she's been deeply traumatized by one. They exist. I was hopping a train once.
Anyone who's ever met like that type of like crust punk person has been deeply traumatized by this.
Zydeco pilled crust punk.
Yeah. Still like funded by their parents entirely, like just doing it for the aesthetic.
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
This squad, I'm hoping the other ones are better because I think this one's pretty weak overall, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's
and also like hipster just feels like this has to like who calls people hipsters anymore? Dude,
it feels a little 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like over like it feels like it's come up on 15 years plus now. That was like a thing, really, Yeah. I think of like 2007, 2008 hipsters,
Yeah, I think of the like very like Paper Magazine, Terry Richardson, Cobra Snake party photos. Like.
or like the twee people, like that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, Zoe Deschanel.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Fit into this at all? This is
the handlebar mustache.
Later.
What was that, Phil?
What'd you say?
Does cottagecore fit into
no, that's
way later.
Weird gay thing.
No, that's totally different. Yeah.
You're fitting into the dad quadrant right now with that. Come on, man.
Are you serious? Wow.
Sorry, we'll finish this one off. The West Coast one is literally Portland and Echo Park. And Echo Park is, if I remember correctly, it's part of LA. It's like
it's like a neighborhood in LA.
Neighborhood in LA. Okay, yeah. I don't know. I've never been there before. I aspire to be a California person one day.
You've mentioned this. I think that's beautiful.
Inside me, there's a California.
I think you'll have your California arc at one point. I see it.
I'm going to go there for like 2 months one time and be like, I did it, guys. And I'm going to come back. I'm never going to go back.
I do like the separation between Echo Park and Portland, West Coast, because that is very different types of like Portland. everyone knows what Portland is. Echo Park feels very like you're doing yoga on the beach or something. Like it's more of that type of shit versus like a house show.
Is that like rollerblading around the Santa Monica Pier, or is that too far?
I think that's a little different. Although like 90s are having a thing right now, so maybe.
Well, I mean, you can go to the Santa Monica Pier right now, and I guarantee people are rollerblading there. Like,
oh yeah, I'm just saying that like
they love the rollerblading.
Oh,
but like
yeah,
the Santa Monica Pier is like touristy and not cool.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was asking. I don't know where Echo Park is. I was wondering if it's adjacent.
It's in LA.
It's like a Times Square hipster.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Times Square, a little different.
3 meals a day at the Times Square Olive Garden.
So I was thinking about this, and I think East Coast hipster, having either being one or having been an East Coast hipster, I think they should have done, instead of "I'm not a hipster," Philadelphia. Should have been Brooklyn and Philadelphia, because those are two extremely different types of hipsters.
Okay.
Very, very different, but both hipsters.
It's crossover between the Zydeco-pilled type and the Philadelphia type, I think. I haven't done the research, but...
What are some traits of Philadelphia hipsters?
Philadelphia
all I
doesn't
know
even
is
need
cream
to be
cheese.
hipsters. There's definitely a huge Philly guy type, though, even if it doesn't fall under
I'm talking about
smoking cigarettes in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just put
Philly hipsters are
wherever.
grungy as shit. They live in like condemned houses. They're in like 3 noise projects. They're like they have two dreadlocks. They're white. And on the back of their head, they come down, and then their hair is just shaved in random spots. That's Philadelphia.
You're describing all of my friends in Philly. Oh no.
What the fuck did I say? I told you. Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. I do.
Brooklyn hipsters more co-op. They're like more.
They shower.
They care more about their appearance in a way that they look nice. Yeah. Philadelphia hipsters care just as much, if not more, about their appearance, but they want to be disgusting looking.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, what about the Providence hipster?
What is that?
I don't know anything about that.
Like
RISD, RISD, like aspirational poverty type hipster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's poverty. Jesus.
I had totally forgotten about the existence of RISD, but that did open up a whole new world for this.
Sam Hyde hipster, if you will.
Oh boy. Yeah.
I think Will and I should do a 2-person podcast on just Sam Hyde. We'll just go off on
let's do. Nice. Yeah, let's dig up. I mean, I know plenty of people who have been personally impacted by him.
Oh my god! Okay, that's an idea.
That's just need to pull the thread.
I would love an excuse to rant. Okay.
Yeah. Although I almost feel bad for him now, because like every time I look at his Twitter, he's just like turned into. I don't know if he's even on this wheel
anymore. Graper.
I don't even think he's on the wheel anymore. Yeah, no.
He's off the wheel now.
That's an accomplishment, though. I would hope to evolve past the wheel of guys as a guy myself.
Transcend the guydom.
Yeah, he went to shitposter, and I'm sorry to like no spoilers, I guess, but like he kind of went to shitposter and then sort of went off into whatever comes off of that.
Blue check.
Paranoid anti-blue check, I guess.
Yeah.
Which I relate to in this in one sense, but only one.
Fair. Well, something that has been sticking out in my mind, just looking at this circles on circles of rainbow colors, I just wanted to ask y'all. This question has been on my mind. I want to ask y'all's opinion of this. Do y'all feel like that chakras might be like spiritual buttholes? Could that be? Is that like an accurate metaphor?
Isn't like your like ass crotch region? Isn't that one of the chakras?
It is.
It is a spiritual one. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. You definitely have the root chakra, which is red right by your butthole.
Which is your penis and grundle and brown taint area. Kevin Smith. So
yes, the brown chakra. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about it a lot. I was thinking about getting my chakras cleansed and open, and I started to think about this, and it was, I don't know. Maybe I was thinking too much about it because
I think we should together, Phil.
I would love that.
Should we do like sounding more and more like it should be a communal activity?
Come to Brooklyn. We're gonna get a nice spa day.
Is this a type of guy thing?
This is a guy thing. We're gonna transcend the guy wheel together, and we're gonna get our asshole cleansed with a chakra.
Spiritual assholes.
That's the other type of East Coast hipster is chakra cleansing guy.
You guys are gonna go chakra to chakra. And I think that's...
Yeah.
I'm realizing they're not all buttholes. Of course not, right? They're just different types of
different types of sphincters, for sure.
Sphincters, yeah. Mouth.
Spiritual sphincters, yeah.
Like imagine having a weird spiritual experience where someone's like, we're going to penetrate all 7 of your chakras right now. All 7.
Yeah, this is getting pretty hot here. Okay.
Chussies, if you will.
I don't know. I've only ever gone like 3 beads down.
Wow.
Yeah, so the top one's your crown butthole, and then you've got your third eye butthole, throat butthole. Yeah, no, they're all buttholes.
Throat butthole is pretty hot. I gotta say.
Thrusy.
Yeah. That's a combination of
your Thrusy chakra. That's what it's called.
That is one of nature's most prestigious.
Fuck me right in my solar plexus.
Your Thrusy bussy.
I'm picking up a lot of congestion, constipation right here around your Chussie chakra. We need to open that up. Got a little Chussie oil. Trust me, this is going to really help get some things moving spiritually.
I'm
so sorry. I feel like this is the greatest place to discuss these things. I think we have to hash them out together.
Oh, for sure.
We didn't finish the Wheel of Guys, though.
Yeah.
We didn't?
No, we only did one quad.
The first one.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
We gotta go through the whole thing.
I'm so sorry. Please.
Do you want to give us? Do you want to give us your quadrant, the dad quadrant?
I would be happy to. Yes. Top left quadrant. So what? Libertarian left? Is that what that would be?
Yeah, this is also political.
Oh no, this is
authoritarian left.
Authoritarian left. Sorry. So we got the dad types. And then those are, of course, separated into 3 different categories. We have the daddy. we have the daddy dad. We have the projects. We have the projects dad, and we've got Sir Dad. So I think probably the best way to start is to start with Daddy Dad. We've got Daddy Dad branches off into 2. We've got the straight daddy. He's just very handsome. And then we've got the gay bi daddy who is very handsome and like honest.
Honest.
Is a straight daddy, would that be like a Don Draper type situation?
Yeah.
Ooh,
I think absolutely. Don Draper would be the
or like a Matt Moyer situation. If you will.
Yeah, the East Coast straight daddy.
East Coast straight Brooklyn daddy. Yes.
Someday West Coast.
One day, but secretly a West Coast guy in his heart.
That tracks. Don Draper would also fit into that.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Never mind. I don't like the joke I was about to make. He's daddy because he doesn't think about you at all.
I like that joke.
Right. Yes.
We've got Projects Dad, very fun dad. Garage Projects Dad. We've got Garage Projects Dad.
Yes. Classic dad.
Just building.
Dad. That's the better one.
Life of the Mind?
Bob Vila.
That's
Life of the
Mind
dad. Yeah.
That's self-help.
Mind. Yeah. That's like that like
the
lifelong
secret.
Learning, self-help.
The secret. He's got the secret and he wants you to read a copy. So he ordered you one, but he didn't pay for it.
He's kind of doing Duolingo. That's a dad. That's for sure a dad.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know that many of that type of dads. So
it's because we have like Republican dads. If you have like a weird lib dad, he's like a life of the mind projects dad.
No, I can test that. My dad's a full Republican dad who's a life of the mind dad.
Oh,
that can happen.
Yeah. Like a Jordan Peterson almost.
Perhaps. I've never considered
Does Jordan
that.
Peterson, has he held a hammer? Oh no, sorry, I'm conflating. I'm trying to say he's both a garage dad and never mind. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, definitely. My dad definitely has the garage features, but he's been, he spent a significant time as a Scientologist, and that influenced a lot of, I get it.
I love the idea that Phil has a life of the mind projects dad with garage projects dad characteristics.
Yeah, he evolved into the garage part for the better for all of our family. Now he makes cabinets and shit in the garage, but he used to be like, you should read these 3 books about how if you just believe you don't have a mental illness, you're going to be fine.
Hell yeah.
That worked out great for all of us.
Uh-huh.
That is definitely like a right wing like thing. Yeah, it's like bootstraps, but for your brain.
Yeah, it's like the curative power of
absolutely
words.
Never heard it described more perfectly.
I'm trying to place my own dad here, and my dad goes dad projects, but then he goes to military.
Yeah, I think we have the same dad type, Matt.
Yeah, it's just I don't know how he makes the jump, but it just when you meet him, that's what it is.
Yeah,
there's a lot of overlap, I think.
Yeah,
absolutely. There's just sort of think of the center of this wheel of I almost said wheel of dads, wheel of guys as like the egg, right? And you have all the sperm coming out of the egg. No, never mind.
Seeping into.
But military dad is a type of sir, and stolen. The other one kind of buried the lead on that one. The other one is stolen valor, which is incredible.
This is big.
That rocks.
A stolen valor sir. Would that be like a middle management guy who acts like he was in the military, but
1,000%,
was absolutely like a draft dodger?
Has all the conservative bumper stickers on the back of their truck, but yet never served. Like
tactical shit, and the 3%ers, where they're like they never were in the military, but they wear combat boots and shit in public, and guys, they have open carry.
Guys who are like prison guards. Who ask if Security they have guards. Like veterans discounts at Denny's?
I was in the KISS Army. Fuck you.
That's a stolen valor, sir, if I've ever heard of one.
Yeah. Let's go. Ashley, do you want to take bros or do you want to take nerds? I'll do either. So
I'll take bros since I've been staring at it.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, so in the bro section, we have trad bros, optimization bros, and sports bros. For trad, we have the wife guy. So we got wife guys, and then we got TED Talk guys, which I am not versed on guys, apparently. What is a TED Talk guy?
I think that's like life of mine guy.
Yeah.
but a bro. And not as old and not
a dad. Just
like imagine a guy, he's like 32, and he has like kind of a crappy middle management type job, and he like his favorite hobby is to watch on YouTube like TED Talks of guys in suits that fit a little weird. Who are like, this is how I grew my business empire.
Okay.
Right.
And this is how you can do it through the power of like believing in yourself.
And he shows all of these videos to his team members at work, to try to inspire them or whatever.
Yeah. He watches like two YouTube videos from an establishment hack and just thinks that He knows everything about geopolitics and shares it with everybody.
This guy is reposting on Instagram like a screenshot of Tommy Shelby from Peaky Blinders with like a lion superimposed over it, and it just says something like "hustle and grind,"
like something that character definitely never said. Like, I love it when they do that.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like we're jumping the shark here because there's definitely a lifting bro up ahead, and there's sports bros too. Like, they're kind of crossing over here. We got to be careful.
Well, I think we got to realize these guys are friends with each other.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
okay.
There's cross pollination through. Various
sectors. Well, I'm curious about so I'm looking at Wife Guy here, right? And I don't know if I'm just too poisoned by Twitter. But wife guys on Twitter seem to be not trad. They seem to be, I know that they should be trad, like if you're thinking about it, but they're almost always like super feminist, like shit.
Wife guys are leftists a lot of the time.
Exactly.
But I think there is a type of trad wife guy where it's like literally he has a trad wife. And like that's all he talks about. Like she's like of East Asian descent, maybe, or like something Eastern European. And the relationship has a lot of bad vibes for you. And he just like, this is my wife.
Purchased her.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Is this the type of wife guy that has like leftist values but doesn't do anything in the household, like cook or clean or make very much money or just
that's the kind of wife guy I see. A lot of theory.
His feminist leftist values begin and end with OnlyFans is cool.
Exactly. I support the shit out of them every day.
I would never date me.
His activism is DMing women that he's not married to and saying, if you have an OnlyFans, I mean, I would love to participate in.
No pressure. But if you do,
I would absolutely support you. But I'm married, so I can't. I'm sorry, but I would.
Right.
But I can't.
All right. So what other kind of bros we got
for optimization?
Oh,
we have the tech bro, and we have lifting, which
this is triggering.
Why is it triggering you, bro?
I did too many tech bros have been in my life.
I like tech bros.
I don't mean to derail. Please keep going. I need to
okay. I think it's interesting that those two are next to each other because you would think they would be an opposition, but no longer side by side. Yeah. Sports bros playing versus watching, which I really appreciate because that's very true.
Yeah, and the ones that watch are the more vocal ones usually, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is a stronger quadrant than the hipster one, I have to say.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I feel like the sports quadrant is really parallel to the Sir quadrant on the dad one. It's like, stolen valor.
Stolen valor. Yeah, stolen valor is calling plays from the sidelines.
Yeah, roughly 85% of men who fall into the watching category have some form of like debilitating injury they took in high school. Otherwise, they would have gone all the way.
Yeah, if it weren't for this knee, man, I'd be just like you. Respect.
I could throw a football right over those mountains.
Yeah, you know what's fucked up is in my family, like a couple of my second cousins married sports bros that played. And they both, and two of them that I know, both those guys have fucked up injuries that like actually degrade their quality of life significantly.
Yeah.
And it just makes me so happy that I was a fat little nerd. I'm just like, I'm fine. I'm good. I have some skateboarding injuries that are like nothing compared to these guys, like blown out knees or necks that don't turn at all.
Dude, I will say though, skateboard injuries can get really fucking bad. I have a friend who skated for a girl for a while. And his entire back, hips, and knees are just shot. And he's like 2 years younger than I am. He's like 25. And he can't sit in a car for longer than like an hour.
Damn, man.
Yeah, it's super fucked. And also because of like the way that like skateboarding contracts work with those kind of injuries, he's just like fucked. It's not like he gets paid out for that the rest of his life like sports contracts do. So,
and they were like, the whole thing with the skateboarding industry in general is like, you're trying to, they like make those guys land huge tricks because they're just doing the same trick over and over again until they get the like right, because they're doing videos. So they're like, just doing the same huge jump over and over again. Yeah. I've seen it. It's fucked up, man.
And it's just like,
I wasn't doing any of that.
They do it so young too. Like this guy specifically, like he started skating for them when he was like 15 years old. They got a solid like 6 years out of them before he was just too fucked to like do anymore.
Is this guy on the chart? What kind of guy is this?
I don't see where skating.
Yeah, I feel like skating is not represented on the wheel of guys at all. This is fucked up.
He would maybe be
the West Coast,
maybe some kind of somewhere in the hipster quadrant.
Yeah, somewhere in West Coast hipster. I would say.
I think somewhere swimming between Echo Park and maybe Tech Row, but probably more like.
He would also. I think he would find friends in vinyl music hipster.
Okay,
yeah. They would hang out.
But they don't have a great selection there. We've already established that. Like, it doesn't cover the guys in that section too.
It is a weak point.
Yeah. It should just be alt guys and then they
circle of guys.
Oh, alt
to
guys would have been good.
Alt guys would have been better.
Yeah. It's like the DSM gets updated every year, so we need to update the Wheel of Guy. Then the Wheel of Guy 6 just came out. The 2022 version. Everyone go check up on it. So make sure you don't, misbrand your guys. I mean,
optimization is a perfectly
don't misbrand your brand.
Optimization is
2020s
perfect. Yeah,
really, really good 2020s type of guy that's like emerged from the 2010s to be like a type of guy that exists very hard.
All right, I will take nerd quadrant here.
I'll take nerds for 500.
Finish it off strong.
I will take nerds for 500, please, Alex. So we've got Twitter nerds, gamer nerds, and comic nerds. Comic nerds is broken down into Marvel and is it manga or is it manga?
I think it's manga.
I say whatever you want.
Potato.
I'm from the South.
Okay. Well, whatever.
Let's indeed call the whole thing off.
Manga. Damn, manga.
Okay. So if you guys are giving me free reign, I'm going to call it manga for the rest of the rest.
Wheel of mangas.
I'm here for that. It's a type of guy,
Yeah. Manga. So comics is broken down. Marvel comics nerds, which this one's funny to me because I actually hate both of the comics nerds. I think Marvel comics nerds suck. I think manga comics nerds sucks.
I like how there's no DC, which I think is sparing it's either sparing them or it's lumping them in with Marvel ones, which I think would make them very mad.
Yeah. I am going to go ahead and say it's probably lumping them in.
DC was in the bro lifting category. They just didn't parse it out that much. That's just how it goes,
Yeah.
So yeah, basically to like redefine those two, it's like you've got your soy faces and your pedophiles in the comics.
yeah.
Accurate.
And then you've got your gamer nerds, which I think also, again, have a lot of overlap with the comics nerds. Like these guys all hang out. And within gamer, you've got your MMO RPG, which, okay, so if I'm not mistaken, that's like your World of Warcraft and shit, right?
It is, but also it dates this. It really should be. Because like MMOs
now.
Like MMOs obviously exist, but like that type of is incredible all-consuming video game addiction.
It's like League of Legends now.
Yeah, League of MOBAs and like or hero shooters or whatever the fuck you want.
Where is the Crusader Kings 3 type of guy on this chart?
Not on the maybe I don't. They don't.
The type of guy 6 will have that in there.
That's in trad somewhere. Actually, I don't.
That's like a trad stolen valor history nerd.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, the MMORPG should be PC, and then Crusader Kings nerd would be there. That's where they would be. Mm-hmm. Yeah, living room console, and then PC gamer, and they're two very different types of gamers.
That makes sense.
Because when I think of PC gamers, like we said, I'm thinking your League of Legends and your shit like that. Your Paradox gamers fall into that too.
Yeah.
Living room console. For some reason, if you tell me that you're playing games on like a PS5, I assume you're doing nothing but NBA 2K. That's what you play if you have like a living room console, right? That's the only game that exists.
It could be like could be like Fortnite or Madden.
Is it Fortnite PC?
Horizon.
It can be, but I think
that's the one.
It's on console as well. I think most of the players are on console now for it.
Okay, and then I'm thinking you're playing shit like I guess other games that I would like if you said you're playing them, I would imagine it's on a console. Stuff like maybe like
Animal Crossing.
No, well I don't.
Earthbound.
So Nintendo, I think, is a different type of gamer.
Oh, that's I think. Unfortunately, I think that ends up pretty close to the Marvel.
Yeah.
For the worst, not for the better. There's plenty of good Marvel guys.
Or Nintendo gamers, Animal Crossing and stuff like that. Your Stardew Valley players. That's gay by daddy.
There needs to be like a film aspect of this whole guy, wheel of guys is not represented at all.
No, there's missing guys here for sure.
Oh yeah.
And then go ahead.
I just want there to be. I need a Charlie XCX song called "Gay by Daddy."
It's like Mark by Mark Jacobs. Gay by Daddy, Daddy for gay by. So, to round out the nerd quadrant, we have got your Twitter nerds, and this is broken up into, and this I think is a really, really good, like these are the only two types of guys on Twitter. There is the shit posters and the reply guys. And
we respect
people may immediately want to respect the shit posters more because they're the ones, churning out your content, but nobody understands that the reply guys are the ones, like, they're carrying that fucking website on their backs.
Absolutely.
Reply guys hold the entirety of the e-girl and shitposter economy in their fucking hands.
Absolutely. Without them, it all falls apart.
They are the backbone of the internet, basically.
Yeah.
The gigantic that is the working class of Twitter is what you're telling me, right? I mean, they're in the trenches.
They are. See, can you? So look at Atlas. So you got Atlas, right, with the world on his back, and then you zoom in and you realize Atlas is just made of reply guys. They're all holding each other up in this position.
One thing I wish we could do, if we could add another ring around this image, I would want to split reply guy further into two, because I think there's two types of reply guys. There's riffing reply guys and there's horny reply guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's significant crossover, honestly.
Significant crossover, but what I respect about them is that they approach their task, no matter which they are, with the same level of energy and dedication.
Mm-hmm.
They are punching that clock day in, day out.
Nice.
I think that's beautiful.
Yeah.
No, it is. Yeah. I tried being a
similar level of self-awareness too, I think.
Yeah.
I don't have reply guy in me though. I'm just not a reply guy.
Would be.
I like
that. Too much.
There's no Facebook on this wheel, because I was definitely I succeeded in going from a Facebook reply guy to like a Facebook strong poster, but that's not represented here. That's not the type of guy.
The thing with that is too, Phil, I think people you had like a borrowed valor moment. Where I think when you saw yourself as a reply guy, everybody saw you as like, oh, who's this up and coming like posting guy?
Do I have to give it back?
No, because you earn it. No, because you earn it. It's like least valor or like apprentice. It's like an apprenticeship, like a
for 1 year.
No, I believe in the reply guy. Like, I tweeted it and I put it on Facebook because that's where people see the things I do. But the sword, the knighting, the reply guy to poster is like a true,
it is a pipeline.
Yeah, and it happens, and it's like,
was it the reply guy with the hot ass, or was it just the regular reply guy?
Should have been with the hot ass.
The one with the hot ass.
The template.
Like that. That's really how you graduate.
The purely reply guy they creep me the fuck out. The guys that just like that's all they do. I can't look at it.
You gotta balance it out. You gotta at least give
real quick. I gotta say, there's some reply guys out there that they're consecrated in their reply guy lifestyle, and I respect that. But I also respect what you're saying. But I just know some reply guys that are like, that's what they want to do. They don't want to post. They want to be in your comments. They want to support and riff. And Justine already said it. That's the backbone of Twitter sometimes.
Well, no. So I agree. The Facebook reply guys are not universally creepy. That are strictly reply guys. But on Twitter, reply guys that are strictly reply guys are almost universally creepy and weird.
Yeah,
they're just like supportive people that are just like, I like to comment. I don't really put up much comment. I just repost memes. That's fine. They're not creepy. Yeah, there's a difference. There's a huge difference between the reply guys and on Facebook and Twitter.
It's just different environments breed a different kind of reply.
Yeah. No, and Twitter does breed just a general sense of like.
Very horned up.
There's that. But like a very sort of binary systems just sort of flowing around and sort of checking each other. It's bizarre.
I want to be a reply guy, but it's just like because that's how you win Twitter, right? You got to be like the reply guy.
Yeah.
But
the way people look at you when you're doing it.
You have to do it in a way if you want to make, I think, like the successful like reply guy transition to like respected poster. While you're reply guying, you have to like maintain dignity.
You have to do your own posts.
Otherwise, you do get hit with a like this you for some really weird shit that you sent to a girl like 2 years ago.
Yeah, fair.
I feel like the stakes of reply guys are much higher on Twitter because as a reply guy, your replies show up like as posts as if they were on Facebook, right? If you're a reply guy on Facebook, like I love to be reply guy for Matt because I get to be like nested down here. It's not like my parents see me be like, damn, that's the horniest flubber gif I've ever seen. They stay down in Matt's comments. But if I do that on Twitter, then
Twitter
like flubber.
Twitter does like set you up for failure with that. Like it even makes your likes show up in the timeline. Like it'll show a post that you liked and be like, "Hey, Justine liked this post," and it's like, "Shut up, man!"
I'm very conscious of this because you're trying to support all your like sex worker friends and all your you're trying to like a bunch of selfies. Go like, "Yeah, girl," and it's like, and you always want to make sure you're not like, I don't know. It's a weird thing because sometimes you'll just be going along liking shit and then you'll be like, oh yeah,
people can see this,
public record.
Yeah. It's weird because on Facebook if I'm actually friends with somebody and I see a selfie, I just heart react it.
I heart react.
Yeah, absolutely. And I brought that same thing over to Twitter.
I don't do that on Twitter because I don't. The vibe's
I
different.
do that on Twitter, and I don't. It's probably not worked out for me. I don't know, but I'm just like heart. That's what I do, and I'm like people can see. Like I recently changed. I guess you can do the like chronological versus the curated thing. I switched to the chronological because I was so tired of the Twitter just being like this person like this, and I'm like I don't want to see that. I want to see what my homies posted. And now that I'm realizing that even though I switched, y'all are all seeing whatever else I liked and reading. That sounds terrible. Like I'm very bad at Twitter. I won't lie, but that's not going to stop me.
From my vantage point, you seem to be doing fine.
Yeah.
Good.
Very,
I hope
very
you're on the
well.
Chronological version or
respected
something.
in the world of me.
Yeah.
Speaking of Twitter, since we've been on it for a second, Elon Musk does own 9.2% of it now. So he's like the largest shareholder of Twitter.
Yeah.
Did y'all see what he tweeted today? which was a picture of himself smoking on the Joe Rogan show, and he was like, the caption was, the Twitter board meeting is about to be so lit.
Oh, hell yeah, bro.
Person more.
It's insane.
Finally, someone cool at Twitter.
It's insane that Elon bought shares in Twitter when in reality he's the most Reddit man who's ever existed.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Reddit personified.
Yes.
Yeah.
Elon, please go invest in Reddit. Fuck off.
I just can't stand.
It's just like, and I know I was just talking about how we were just talking about Twitter for so long, but I think knowing this information, I'm going to have to leave Twitter now, and I'm going to have to start posting on TikTok. I'm going to start making weird, dumb resin art. The ugliest tables you've ever seen.
Justine has become TikTok pilled. It's just...
Yeah. I'm just going to start pouring blue resin in between two fucked up slabs of wood and making it look kind of like a river. And setting it to
some lights in
a
it.
Doja Cat song.
It's a lot of effort. You could just do huge vape clouds and probably you would thrive. Just lots of cuts of you vaping huge clouds, just probably 10 or 20 in one TikTok. You'd probably
just be the vape ASMR TikTok person and you'll...
From what I understand, the TikTok teens are
against
vaping.
Oh, really?
Against vaping? Well,
dude,
did a TikTok go around about popcorn lung once and then?
No, it's just remember maybe 10 years ago, they did those ads where everything was orange and they were the anti-smoking ads and they were truth.
Oh, yeah.
And they were real hip and cool. Apparently that same company rebranded and is now doing anti-vape stuff for teens, and it's landing hard.
Wow.
Anytime I see
it's good for them, I guess.
I mean, wants to have pre-teens, teenagers using their app, and so they gotta be semi whatever censorship. I don't know what you call it, but they want to
really
have
heavily
children
moderated
using their app. So I mean,
it's
in
just
some ways
weird,
I respect it. In some ways I hate that they want children to use their smartphone app.
It's just weird because
very malicious to me.
Anytime I see any kind of TikTok where the person even makes a vague reference to smoking or vaping, the reply section or comment section or whatever is full of 17-year-olds being vaping, red flag emoji. And it's insane. That would be the dorkiest shit you could possibly do when I was 17.
No, this checks out. One time I made a TikTok as Phil and Chi O'Neill where I was talking about having a special bond, but I said, Phil, you and I have a special bong together, and I was holding a bong. And that didn't, they took it down. You can't have a bong on TikTok.
Really?
Apparently.
What? Yeah, there's a ceramics creator I follow who makes ceramic bongs, and she constantly just gets her shit taken down just for having bongs in the video. But that's even different to me. That's content moderation from the app itself versus literally just actual teens being smoking isn't cool actually, which is just mind blowing to me.
I wonder though if that's actually do you think that they're real or do you think that they're
astroturfing anti-smoking?
Yeah. Ooh, which would be I think I'm fine with that. It doesn't annoy me enough where it's not if it's effective, it's effective. I wish I wish I didn't vape.
The astroturfing I've ever witnessed is so much less offensive than just actual 13-year-olds cutting on you that it's a very apparent to me that when a 13-year-old cuts your ass down, you feel that shit.
So good
when Amazon hires some rando to talk shit on Twitter, it's you're
the depth of the
fake. This doesn't hurt my feelings at all. But when some 13-year-old on TikTok is crop story, and you're I don't know what this means. I am hurt deeply right now just because I have zero context. This hurts my feelings.
It is insane that I have so much confidence on the internet where most people could pretty much say anything to me, and I'm that's funny, bro. Post face. But if I am like at the grocery store and a group of like 16-year-olds like is in my vicinity, I get so incredibly self-conscious. Like I will go down a different aisle. I don't want to pass their
They're mean.
When I go on the train.
They're really mean.
When I go on the train and there's like a group of them, I'm always just like, they're making fun of my shoes, man. I feel it.
Because it feels like you're gonna get on Twitter later and there's gonna be like a 90,000 likes post that's a picture of your shoes that just says, what are these?
And everyone is like, what the fuck? This guy's an idiot. Look at his hideous shoes.
Yeah.
What are those? I think it might have actually been Halloween night. I was walking home from work and somebody threw an egg out of a van at me out of the passenger window, and I was like, that shit is on TikTok getting fucking
for sure.
And I'm so pissed because I almost downloaded the app again just to find it. I was like, I know this is some fucking TikTok thing, and these kids are tearing me apart.
Nah, I totally agree with you. I had a post where I was doing a Photoshop edit, and I posted it on TikTok because I thought, hey, this might be good. And it was okay. And somebody commented in the comments, they said, this is a regular Reddit /Spubby user. Have you ever been to the subreddit Spubby? It's where they take the
fuck that means.
So Spubby is a letter mix up for Subway. If you ever go to r/Spubby, it's just a bunch of logos and shit that are all mixed up. And so like that kind of hurt my feelings because fuck r/Spubby. Like I've tried to post there and they delete all my shit. But when I go look at it, there's all my shit in there that people post on their own and get all this fucking karma. Like
that pisses me off so much.
Long story short, I go look at this person that comments this. I'm thinking like, fuck, this is going to be like a 35-year-old neckbeard. And it's got to be like a 12-year-old kid or something. And I'm like, fuck you. Fuck you. Why are you on Reddit? You're a fucking asshole. Like, and he's not, he's just a 12-year-old kid that gets it. And I'm just like, I hate it. I hate it here.
Well, I've had people like send me like TikToks a couple times of Zoomers reading my posts.
What? Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, on TikTok, they take my post and then they read the post. Like I don't know if they're actually reading it, but they're like they act it out. When I do a dialogue post, they'll do the thing where they're like and then they cut it to be two people talking, and I'll be like, "What the fuck, man? Can you at least put my @ on there?" Like, or
no, they just say
it's really unfortunate.
Sorry.
What's really sorry.
You're good. I was just because they straight up like steal posts and tweets all the time. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
That's insane, and
it'll get like 100,000 plus views. It's crazy. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
I swear to God, I made that genre up before TikTok, before Vine, maybe before Facebook. Wow. I put a video on MySpace once that was just me reading something that my friend put up as an away message, but as two different people like that
message.
And it was like, oh great, is this the part where I get to eat lo mein? Yeah, right, motherfucker. I don't know, it was like some stupid shit.
And now it's a thing on TikTok.
But I think this is my fault because I invented the least funny form of content creation.
And what gets me is it's not even content creation. It's like content like recycling.
Yeah.
It's a stolen valor type of guy, right?
This is stolen valor.
But you can't come after them for it because that's obviously what they're doing. It's like, well, yeah, this is what I'm doing. And it's not based, but what you're doing by calling it out is certainly not based.
No. So because then people are like, welcome to the internet. Like
this is what memes are, like people iterating on other people's shit, but it still sucks when you like for Matt, like
intellectual property.
It's not like a taco.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it's not just using a meme template and you switching some words around. You're actually reading verbatim the actual post.
Yeah. Because that is a different thing. Like there is like riffing off of a theme or whatever. And even like, especially on Twitter, like format tweets that are literally 99% like the same tweet and you just change a word or two. And it's really funny and everyone accepts that. But when you are literally screenshotting something from someone's Twitter and then just like putting your face over it and pointing at it on TikTok. Like that's not, you're not contributing to anything. I hate you.
But here's the thing. It's working. It's working. So whose fault is it, you know?
Yeah, there's no recourse, you know, as the person that did. Well,
that's the thing, because like complaining about it, like to that person makes you look like a bitter weirdo. Like,
well, maybe I am a bitter weirdo. Okay.
Which is true. I am.
Type of guy. Bitter weirdo. Yeah. It's on the chart.
Welcome to the Succ.
I'll beat the shit out of a 16-year-old. I don't give a fuck.
As we talked about earlier, we need to be laughing at and being mean to children.
I agree.
Yeah, we do.
I think they
push them off of their bicycles.
I also think,
they get away with too much.
They've created a world where if I'm in public and I like stumble a little bit, I immediately look around for 16-year-olds.
They throw eggs at Willow.
They throw eggs at Willow.
They throw eggs at Willow.
They make weird references to stupid subreddits to fill. They steal Matt's content.
Monsters.
I hate all of these children so much.
I'm just thinking back though to like the episodes where we have just read tweets.
Well, we were reading who they were
giving
from.
Their ads.
Giving credit. Okay, yes, that's the thing. If you're giving credit,
not like it actually fucking matters either. Like none of those people that tweeted that got any clout from us. So.
And
it's
also,
all debatable.
I will say, for the most part,
they got the Succ bump.
99% of those tweets were me saying like, "Send me your favorite tweet of yours." Mm-hmm. So those people gave those tweets to us to read. That's you know, there was an agreement involved. There was consent.
I found a TikTok one time that had like hundreds of thousands of views, and it was just this guy finding shit off Reddit, one of which was mine, and he was reading them. And I guess his thing is he just has this radio voice where he's just reading like this fucking meme that I made, and he's just going, "This shit's fucking cinnamony as fuck. This shit is for real cinnamony, bro." And so I find this TikTok and I'm like, yo, that's my meme. You know, I'm like, I'm not talking shit. I'm just like, hey, this is my meme. And he's like, good work. And that's it. Like,
and you know what? I guess at that point, I don't know what I want from them at that point. Once you've already stolen the content, like, I guess it's like,
oh yeah.
Every time it happens to me, I'm always just like, hey, can you put my ad like for Twitter? And they just block me.
It's been even like 2 days, you know, it doesn't matter if they put your ad anymore, you know, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know, but it's just kind of like, you know, it'd be nice if like I get like even 10 followers. That's awesome.
DM for removal or credit. Hey, that's mine.
I've done those in the past where people try to scam. I don't know if you've ever done those, but I have a page that I will sometimes get those and post them, and people will be in my DMs like, I made that. And I'm like, oh, really? And I already know they didn't, because the person that really made it like hit me up. I'm like, that shit is fucking weird. Like, that's not a good way to curate content, to DM or for credit or removal. The motherfuckers would just like try. They'll just try.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's mine. Credit me, bro.
Yeah, that's me.
It's mine.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, I guess. Like.
I've had the same thing happen to me since it's April 7th. I'll just bring this up. I have an April Fool's post that goes around every year. It's extremely viral. It's a terrible, shitty, awful meme I wish I'd never made early in my days of meme making, where it's the Ninja Turtles, and they say, hey, Mr. T, who's that? And then Mr. T is standing next to April from the Ninja Turtles. He says, it's April Fools. It's so shitty. It's so bad. But, you know, those is early days. I was trying.
But also,
really
those
hard.
are the ones that always go viral.
That shit has been stolen so fucking hard. Like, pages I found posting it with like thousands of shares, and I'll message them and be like, hey, this is my meme. Could you credit me? And they're like, nah. No, I'm not going to credit you. How do I know it's you? And I'm like, fair. That's fair. How would you know it's me? I posted it in useless. What is that fucking group? Useless, undeserved, and
unsuccessful or whatever.
Ugly memes, class boy memes. I posted shit in there 12,000 years ago. I'm an elder millennial. So this is the struggles we go through on the internet. Speaking of which, before we wrap up, should we touch on that whole thing about Willa? You showed a chart of all these different
absolutely
groups and classes that we all break ourselves down into to fight, to have infighting.
Yeah, the chart that I generally subscribe to, I think, is the one that's like on the Wikipedia article for generations or whatever. But yeah, that would define. Let's not go back to the lost generation. That's a little sad. There's something unspeakably sad about the lost and greatest generations now. I think because most of them are dead, and really, how do you go from lost to? It's like every other one is. So you got the lost generation, and then you got the greatest generation, and then you got the silent generation.
I would say
and then the baby boomers.
Most of the silent generation, except for the very youngest, would be dead, right?
Yeah. I mean, 1928 to 45. There's a few of them still kicking around for sure, but
they're very upset on Twitter right now.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, silent generation, be silent then. I don't want to hear it.
Sit down. Be humble, silent generation. Sit down. Because you probably can't stand up.
And what advice does Kendrick Lamar have for the baby boomers, 1946 to 64? So that's the real boomers. I mean, I think people have this idea of, baby boomers being born anywhere from 1946 to like 91.
Baby boomer is anyone who's like 10 years older than me or more.
Yeah, exactly.
Boomer is anyone that I don't fucking like at the time. Whenever you comment,
anyway, I don't care for really.
You're a boomer, fucking boomer.
Yeah. So I feel very bad for the baby boomers having to take on the brunt of the animosity that we direct towards them and Generation X, 1965 to 1980.
Well, because the baby boomers couldn't even be decent and give us Nirvana. Yeah. So like,
yeah, no. The fucking Stones, bro. Fuck off.
I fucking hate boomer rock music is a plague upon this fucking country.
I will say, I feel like I watched that Beatles documentary and I love the Beatles again, and I'm sorry.
I also like the Beatles.
Okay.
I'm going to disagree. Boomer music is actually
there's a lot of 70s music that fucking shreds. Sorry, Phil.
Yeah.
But I do hate boomers.
Yeah.
Like I don't like those people. But
right.
There's
the 70s. There's like the 60s and 70s culture that created the cool Generation X people. There are some great Generation X folks.
I'm a fan.
Yeah. And, I think they were listening to fucking Motorhead or whatever. But then we've got the millennials. Okay, this is where I think all of us fall, right? I think we're all millennials.
Yeah.
81 to 96.
I'm actually a boomer. Sorry.
You look great, Phil.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Wow. 1963, huh?
Yeah. Retinol, you know what I'm saying? Liquid retinol.
Yeah.
It does a lot.
We learned today that I just barely escaped Gen Z by like a few years. I'm on the very, very far end of millennials. This has it ending at 96. I was born in 94.
Yeah. Far end of millennials is like, I think, my favorite type of people generally.
And it is funny because I still feel like I am incredibly out of touch with people who are like 3 years younger than me. I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing.
There is a hard line there between.
You all dress weird. You talk weird. I hate your weird music. I'm mentally a boomer, I think, at this point, because I see what you're doing on the internet, and like come normal and smoke normal and dress normal, please.
Already, guys.
Yeah, that video, that video, I think, does have to be addressed, and just the general trend of people smoking weird.
Well, I just want to say that without my sister in Christ, Kimberly Bertrand here, I feel unprepared to defend that video, but
sure, yeah. I think we will have a rebuttal period, but I do want to say no dabbing out of any tubed meats is allowed on the show.
Yeah, this is very.
That is what I will say.
Gen Z testimonial right now. Back in my day, we smoked out of whatever we could smoke out of. If it was a hot dog, you just wanted to get high. You smoked out of the hot dog, okay?
But there's got to be like something else in the house to smoke out of. Like there's something else.
This guy,
like a pen,
apple,
an empty pen tube.
Why would you look? If the hot dog was there, why would you look further?
Literally,
one of those candy canes from Christmas that has little Reese's cups in it.
My thing is,
you can do something with that.
So first of all, to give like a shred of context, we're referring to a guy who is doing a dab out of a hot dog. It's a video that's going around, and everyone's like, "It's so fucking cool." And I know that like I started out this way, but I can't even pin this one on Gen Z because this guy was a millennial, and it's less so a Gen Z thing and more so that this guy is Reddit as hell. Mm-hmm. Like this guy hit the dab out of his hot dog and then went and played with his Funko Pops for 4 hours. Like, and I hate it. And it made me want
their dead eyes don't judge.
It made me want to make weed illegal again. And I'm just like, just smoke normal. Just smoke normal. Roll like $10 worth of mids into a blunt and like, just do that. Stop it. Stop.
This is how the top 1% divides us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to stop having class war. If people want to smoke out of hot dogs, we need to have solidarity.
Reddit is not a protected class.
Smokers
should be.
Yeah, it should be, but it shouldn't even be like a question. We should just like support each other in smoking in hot dogs because clearly this is not a petite bourgeoisie. Is that how you say it?
Bourgeoisie.
That is now.
Do not smoke out of hot dogs. They smoke out of, the trust fund kids are smoking out of these crazy dragon pipes, like fucking Bilbo Baggins.
Too.
Like dragon pipe. Yeah, that does suck way more than smoking out of hot dogs. So I'm here for the hot dogs.
I think what we need is is the meme. This is what they're afraid of, or whatever, or this is what they can never. And it's just like one guy walking with a, like a nice sensible vape pen in his hand, and then the other guy who's holding his hand is holding like a fucking toilet that's been turned into a dab rig.
That is the thing, is like my problem isn't even with any specific sect of these people. It's I have a problem with weed nerds who do too much.
Sure.
And it could be the like novelty hot dog guys. It could be the I'm putting 7 types of concentrate and 99% THC crystals and 4 grams into this blunt. Like
put some wax into this omelet.
Yeah, those guys.
We're gonna get so toasty.
It literally like. All I want is to just smoke normal. Like Willa said, a really reasonable dab pen, some edible gummies, a nice joint, just smoke normal, man. Come on. You don't deserve legal weed if you're doing all of this shit. Like you don't deserve it. You need to go back to walking uphill 2 miles in the blizzard to meet your dealer.
And you should be waiting in the Walmart parking lot for 35 minutes. Like, where are you, bro? Where are you?
You've got to
smoke my hot dog bong. What the fuck?
You've got to sit in a 60 square foot campus apartment for 45 minutes because this guy cannot have traffic coming in and out all day because it looks sketchy.
You have to watch half of Belly.
To watch half of Belly.
Justine has had enough of your weedonistic bacchanal.
Weedonistic.
Smoking all ya.
Department watching the second half of Belly. You don't deserve.
You don't even deserve a quarter of Belly, motherfucker.
We all just need to, get a little more grounded with the weed thing. Just calm down and smoke normal.
I agree. We should persecute more people based on their weed.
We should. I'm personally going to be cracking down in my professional and personal life on weed dorks and teenagers. They both need to get whipped into shape.
That's fair.
Amazing. Well, I would just think that's a great note to wrap up 35th episode of the Succ. Yes. So amazing and such a pleasure to spend this time with my Succ co-host. Thanks for doing this, y'all. And for all the listeners out there, make sure that you subscribe to our Patreon. It's patreon.com/thesucc.
Oh, can I do a little plug real quick?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I still have a 20% off everything sale going on in the shop, kielbasagarage.com. And that's 20% off using the code PUNISHED, and that'll go till April 18th. Just dropped some kind of slutty shorts. We've got a lot of fun stuff. Go check it out. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
You get in the garage.
It's her birthday this month. Go buy the stuff.
Yeah.
Yep, my birthday is the 18th.
Buy the whole menu.
Get Justine yourself some. Wait.
Hell yeah. On Reddit.
Willow has been smoking normal.
Bye. Good night.